So hello everybody, welcome to a new podcast. Here we are. Elliot.
Yes.
How you doing,
What?
Elliot?
I'm alright. What about you?
I'm also good, thank you. Not too bad, not too bad.
What is it? Second?
This is the third podcast.
Third? Oh, okay.
Yeah. How was
Check.
how have you been since the last podcast?
Okay. I mean, it's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a couple of months since we filmed the last one.
Yeah. So,
Because we did the last one a while ago. So yeah, I'm excited. I've got some spicy things planned.
okay. I'm excited to hear.
But considering this was a Halloween podcast or theme, how was your Halloween?
It was good. Not too much happened except us going out. Obviously, I was working beforehand.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was good. It was a good day.
What did you get up to? Did you do anything?
Well, we did board games.
Oh, we did, didn't we?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I totally forgot about that. Well, I forgot that was on Halloween.
For a second, I did, and then I remembered it and said it just then, and because I was like, if I don't say it, I feel like you're going to be offended. I didn't remember it, but then you didn't even remember.
Okay, yeah, so we actually did go out together and we went to a board game cafe.
Yeah, I was surprised at the amount of people out. I get that it wasn't like properly locked down, but man, there was a lot of people out,
There wasn't on the way home. There was so many people.
and it was super cold, and there was people in like not much.
Yeah, no, there actually was. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I remember. Yeah, it was a good night. It was good.
it was fun.
It was good fun. It was. I did like it. We managed to win. Oh no, you didn't even win the last game, did you?
No,
Oh, so
I
to clear up to
purposely
everyone,
gave up.
there's a game where we each have planets and like we attack each other. We can portray each other. We can form alliances.
Yes,
And long story short, on the last go, which is technically my go, I had to attack someone of my choice, and all
and
of
I
us
for sure
was
thought you were going to attack me.
yeah. Basically, all of us was one win away. So whoever I attacked, the other three would three of us would team up and attack that one person, hypothetically. And the
Yeah.
whole time I was there, like, oh, I'm gonna get Elliot. Let's all get Elliot. I mean, it actually came down to me, and I was like, you know what? If I do go for Elliot, it's gonna feel too much like I was just like planning the attack for ages.
You
So I
were
was like, I'm
planning
gonna
for
go for.
ages. Even from, I bet from that time when you were like, "Oh, we'll team up the whole game." You were like, "Nah, I'm gonna betray."
But then the only reason is because it was been between obviously Aaron and Scott, and I thought like Scott just picked up some cards, so I was like, well, less chance Aaron could beat me.
Yeah.
But Aaron was a bit disappointed because he obviously didn't win then. But
Yeah.
Elliot took the respectful way out, and he decided to defend with Aaron, knowing that he wouldn't win, and lost with Aaron.
No regrets.
No regret. There's a little regret. I feel like you must be
I
deep down.
mean,
You're like I could have won.
everybody wants to win, right? But you know,
You know.
can't win all the time.
But yeah. So we're gonna start off with a spicy question
Hmm.
of just like as a child, what was your Halloween traditions? What did you think of Halloween?
I liked Halloween.
Yeah.
We used to go out like trick or treating and stuff. Always do a pumpkin. Always.
Yeah.
My family goes proper in on the whole decoration thing.
Really?
Proper in. Like we're talking lights, like smoke, like the whole lot.
Damn. Seriously.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Obviously not this year because no one was going to be out really to see it. We still did
Yeah.
something,
Yeah.
but man,
Usually.
yeah, no, they proper go in. Like
Damn,
as much as I'm like 50%, damn, it does look really good. Like they did a good job. The other 50% is like, damn, this is embarrassing because everybody goes past and like points it out.
Damn. That sounds good.
But yeah, no, it's good. It is. What about
Dude.
yours?
Mine was the same. It wasn't as much decorations,
Okay.
but in terms of like doing a pumpkin, all that stuff, it was just fun, wasn't it? It was just a good day.
Yeah.
You know,
We
one thing that was really
Yep.
annoying
Yeah.
is when it was on like a school night.
Yeah.
It really killed the vibes.
Yeah. I kind of like going out and looking at all the decorations and stuff. I like walking around.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, obviously, when it was a school night, deep down, you were like, "Oh, I gotta be at school tomorrow."
Yeah, you couldn't stay up late or nothing.
No, but yeah, I do love a good Halloween.
Mm.
Like, what did you? Do you remember anything you dressed up as?
No, no, not anything. That's the thing. I haven't worn a costume in ages, and I kind of miss it.
Me too. That's the one thing I miss the most.
Like I have this like Spider-Man one, and I haven't worn it in like ages. But man, it'd be good to like wear it again, just because why
Yeah, no,
not?
for sure. No, yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, no, I remember I had a Deadpool and I haven't worn that like for ages either.
Yeah,
And it's just like, damn, I just love dressing up. It's just good.
I think the season also makes Halloween.
Yeah, exactly. Just the whole vibe of it.
Yeah,
But yeah, I don't know, it just feels good when you're dressed up as like, I don't know, it just feels fun, doesn't it? It's
it's
just
just
like,
not a same feeling as Halloween, like ever. You know.
no.
I feel like each holiday has its own sort of like feeling. Like Christmas feels different to Halloween. Halloween feels different to like your birthday or, you know,
You know, yeah, no, it
Easter.
does. You know what's like a really B-Tech like season or like like event?
St. Paddy's Day.
Yeah, and also Easter. Easter, like nothing ever happens at Easter, does it?
Nothing happens really, but I mean, I appreciate the free eggs.
No, okay, that's true. But like, I don't know, I feel like Easter is very like it could be a lot better, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
imagine if everyone dressed up at Easter as well, but like as an animal or something. I don't know.
yeah. No, I
If there
get
was
it.
like there was more of like a tea cake party instead of like a, you know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like there should be more Easter.
Yeah, no, I get that. I mean, people do like Easter egg hunts and that, but I feel like that's not really a big thing here compared to like other places like the US or something.
Yeah, or at least not for adults.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we should definitely. Well, we're start the tradition of celebrating Easter.
Okay. Oh, so
But
celebrate Easter properly.
did you ever any? Do you have any like funny moments from trick or treating?
Uh, I can remember no, but I can remember when we had all the decorations up
Yeah.
and I dressed up and acted as if I was like a prop or like a statue or something and scare people.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
Yeah, that was funny.
Damn. Like, how? Like, what kind of prop was it? How did you do it?
No, it was just like I dressed up and just stood there, like took a pose or whatever.
Really? Wait, where to?
Am I like right?
Oh, well, then people would like walk onto your drive and you'd just be like, oh,
Yeah,
dude, that's kind of funny, you know. You should do it
it
next
was
year.
funny.
You should do that next year.
We'll both do it next year.
I would actually do that. That'd be really funny. Damn, you should have done that again. That's actually
Obviously, if
really.
the kids were like super small, I wouldn't be like, I wouldn't, I didn't want to scar them.
You just awkwardly stand there waiting for him to go.
Yeah, I'd be like, walk by, leave. But yeah, carry on.
um, but yeah, I remember. Did you ever get given anything weird? I got given like like a tin of peas once.
Really?
Yeah, from like an old lady. She didn't have anything, so she gave us peas.
No, I've never been given anything really weird. Um, thing is, people complain about an apple, but a good apple is a good apple. Like,
No, I know what you mean.
as much as I'd want the like sweets or whatever, I'd still be like, yeah, no, I'd eat that.
Yeah, oh, for sure, for sure.
And
The
I know it's
worst.
spooky themed, but it's in the
Yeah,
same month. Uh, 5th of is it the 5th of November? Bonfire
yeah,
night?
yeah.
Bonfire night. Best thing ever. Like not the holiday, but this specific thing on bonfire night is the best thing I think out of all of like autumn or the season.
Yeah.
And that's the like chocolate or like caramel covered apples.
Dude, as soon as you started that sentence, I knew
Is that
you were
what
gonna
came to
go.
mind? Oh, dude, they're so good though.
The thing is though, you know I've never had one.
Have you not?
No.
Ah, you
I'm
gotta
sorry,
have
bro. I'm sorry, I've never had
because
one.
it's kind of like the sugar gets into the apple, right?
Mm.
So it's not really an apple anymore. It's
Yeah,
weird.
someone told me that actually. Someone said it's just basically like apple that tastes like chocolate or whatever.
Yeah, it's so good. But we'll have to have one at some point.
We will, no, we will. I think my problem with Halloween
Mm,
is like it's just one day and then it's done.
that's true. It should be like a whole week thing or like a weekend.
Yeah, because I know some people, like my girlfriend, she watches like a horror movie every day
Okay.
to really like get the most out of October.
James, why haven't we done that?
Because I don't like horrors. Like,
Yeah.
literally, I think I watched two overall in the whole of. I don't even know if I watched two. I think my only one might be Halloween.
Was it that bad?
Halloween wasn't that bad, no, but that it wasn't like
Exactly.
it wasn't the kind of horror that would get like make me jump
Okay.
because it was more like I actually enjoyed the story.
Yeah.
Whereas the horrors that I did like that I don't like watching are ones that like are just really bad, but they have loads of jump scares,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah, no, I get you.
But I was thinking, you know what I was thinking the other day, and I think this is true. You know how you know how like I think even yourself, you know when you like watch like a ghost thing and like at night you're like, damn, that's a bit spooky.
I know, I get you.
For me, I was thinking I would say when you get scared, I normally get scared of something that would be scary as opposed to something that is scary.
Sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I'm like, I get scared because I'm like, oh, what if I look outside and there's someone watching me, or there's like a face,
No, I
as
get you.
opposed to like, oh, this thing that just happened is scary, you know?
There's a really good thing that I wish people used more in movies. And
Yeah.
it's not the best movie, I'll give you that. It's Alien versus Predator 2.
Okay.
And essentially they come to Earth, right?
Yeah.
And this woman who was in the military comes home to her family and she brings like a gift of like night vision goggles back for like her daughter or something who's like, I don't know, 10.
Yeah.
Um, and her daughter's using it at night and she sees like an alien come out of bushes. Yeah, like poke his head out.
Okay.
And so she runs in, she's like, there's someone outside my window, someone outside my window. And then the family, they go into her room, turn the lights on, and they're like, there's nothing here, don't be so like stupid.
Mm.
But it's a cool trick with light. You know how if you have a light on inside and it's dark out, you can't see literally past like an inch outside the window.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then when you turn off the lights, you can see all the way.
Yeah.
That happens. It's right at the window. And he's like, nah, there's nothing out there. And then the mother turns off the lights and it's right there and it jumps through the window. I wish more
Dude.
like did something that,
Yeah,
where it
that's
like
the kind of
played
stuff that
with
would
like
get me.
the trick in played with like the trickery of like the light and like reflections and all this. I wish just more were did that.
You know one thing that scares me more than it should in
Mm,
like those kind of movies?
yeah.
It's just like a really creepy smile.
Yes.
Cause like I feel like if I was in the bathroom, right, at night,
Mm,
and then like I looked around and like behind the curtain,
yeah.
I would be more scared like say if there was like even like a zombie or a monster or whatever. If there was just a guy there with like a really big smile, that would scare me more, I feel like.
Mm. No, I get you.
I don't know, it freaks me out when I'm
Just
talking like a really big one, like almost like
talking about it now,
impossibly
I'm
big.
getting even kind of freaked out and it's like midday.
Pardon?
Talking about it now, I'm getting kind of freaked out and it's like midday.
Oh dude, we haven't even begun the freaking out stories yet.
Okay.
But before we get to that though, have you got what's like give a shout out to some of your favorite horrors?
Jules is one for sure. I used to watch that all the time.
Yeah, Jaws is good.
Um, it definitely the newest one. Chapter one,
Yeah.
chapter two was okay, but chapter nothing beats chapter one.
Yeah, no,
Um,
it is good. I like it. It's probably my one.
as much as it's one of those classic, or not classic, but like basic horror movies, right? Like
Mm.
the like template horror movie for like modern time.
Yeah.
Um, Ouija, Origins of Evil.
Dude,
Dude,
that gets me, bro.
nothing's creepier than when she's like whispering in her sister's ear and then like crawling up the side of the wall.
No, the bit. Oh yeah, that's okay. The bit that gets me, and this goes back to the smiley thing I said a minute ago. The bit that I remember because did we watch it together?
Maybe.
I think I watched. I remember watching it in the cinema.
Yeah, I think we did.
But the bit that got me is when the Reverend climbs out of the hall, and he stands up and he's got like the really red eyes or whatever it is.
Hmm.
Dude, that got me, bro. That got me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a. Oh, you know what movie I hate?
Hmm.
And it was. I didn't remember if it was scary. I just the whole time I was watching it, I hated it. Was
Yeah.
oh, Hereditary.
I haven't seen it.
Dude, it's just.
People say
Oh
it's
man, I
good.
don't like it. Like the
Is
little
it good?
girl gets her head. She gets beheaded basically,
Okay.
and it's just the whole time. Like I'll be honest.
Oh,
Like
it's because she's sticking her head out the window, isn't it?
yeah, yeah. I'll be honest. Like the people who I know who like horror movies, they really like it.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a bad horror movie for a horror fan. But for
Yeah.
me, I hated it, bro. Because stuff was happening. I was like, what's going on? But like, I was just confusing, and I was just like, oh, I hate this movie.
I don't know. I guess I'd have to watch it though.
You'll probably like it. Like, it's not a bad movie. I hate it because I don't like horrors.
Mm.
But it's quite good. You should probably watch it. To be honest, I watched it in the cinema.
And even though, like, okay, like, I don't know how to explain it. Even though I may not find these horror movies the best and a bit dated because they are kind of old, I
Yeah.
still appreciate and love the villains. So, like, you got
Yes.
like Jason
Yes.
from Friday the 13th, like Freddy Krueger from Nightmare on Elm Street, Michael Myers, you know, like
Oh, for sure.
all the
Yeah, yeah,
classics.
yeah. No, I 100% agree with you. There are some like even the Pennywise is like from there as well from the 80s.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like I don't think any like modern day horror has been able to ever get close to being as good as that
No,
in
not
terms of
really.
villain.
Not creating
Yeah,
something like iconic, you know?
I feel like in terms of nostalgia, in like 20 years, Krampus could be the same thing. I was like, oh, remember Krampus?
Krampus was good. I ain't gonna lie.
It was good because I watched it with you guys, and I was just like I just had fun.
Did his smile not freak you out? Because he had a permanent smile.
I think so. I'd be honest, I can't remember what he looked like that well, but I think he did. I think it did.
Okay. I tell you what, definitely freaks me out, and it probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
Talking freaky smiles, the mayor from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Hold on. No, I'm gonna search it up because I can't really remember. Oh yeah, yeah, no, for sure, for
You
sure.
know? I just see that and I'm like, no, stop.
No, 100%, 100%. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think one of the movies that always gets me is I think I get more scared by like humans.
Oh, I'll tell you what's really good then.
Yeah.
I guess it's more of a thriller, but it's got jump scares in it and stuff. Uh, The Invisible Man.
Yeah, exactly. That's the kind of stuff I prefer.
I was really good actually. I really like that.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's really good, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, that's the kind of horror that I like. I like those kind of horrors.
And
Like
I like the fact that she's smart about it. Like when she like throws the paint down to see if he's there. Like I
yeah, it does it
like
so well.
she's not someone who just is doing stuff randomly and doesn't know what she's
Mm.
doing. Like when she gets caught and she like knows he's there, so she gets in the shower and hides, you know, the pen spoilers.
You know, that was good. That was good. Yeah, spoilers just good. But no, that was clever.
Yeah,
Also, before he gets found out being invisible, like you can see like sometimes like his breath behind her and stuff.
yeah. Well, those little details were so good.
Yeah, it's really good. And also, when her sister gets killed,
Yeah,
that I
dude.
was like,
Oh,
dude, what the hell?
yeah. No, that was
That was
crazy.
good. That was a good movie. Although the thing is with that movie as well, even though it was really good, I feel like if they did another one, it could still be better.
How would you improve it then? If
I
you
don't
think it would
know,
be
but I
better,
just feel like it could be better. I don't feel like it's peaked yet.
I think we could. I would have. you gotta fight. It's weird because you're fighting between that balance of like you want to see all that cool stuff, but then at the same time you don't want to reveal too much of the guy. Hold on, my
Yeah, no,
family's
100%,
back.
100%.
I'm just going upstairs.
No, but for me, the one thing that this will be a different movie, and it might not even be that much of a horror. I was hoping when I first saw it that it would end up being like at the end you didn't know if he was actually invisible at all, or if it was just like her imagination and she was crazy. I was hoping there was going to be like a question mark on it, and like I get that it would have to be a different story and you wouldn't be able to do as much like horror stuff, but that's what I was hoping.
The thing is, there kind of is a question mark on it because, yeah, okay, she kills him at the end with the suit,
Hmm.
but the thing is, you never actually. I'm sure you can super confidently assume that it was him, but you don't actually really get confirmation that it was him, you know?
I know what you mean because they try and say that it's his like brother
His
or whatever
brother.
it was.
Yeah.
It's true. No, you might be right to be fair. Like when
So,
that happened, I was like, I'm sure this is a lie, but part of me was like, damn, what if it actually wasn't him?
yeah.
But yeah, no, it was a good movie. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Mm.
But yeah, I always do prefer those kind of like. Also, have you seen Ready or Not? Oh, have you seen Ready or Not?
uh, no, is that the one where she gets married and they have to play like hide and seek?
Yeah,
No.
yeah, it's that one. It's really good. Like, that's the kind of stuff I prefer because it's like you get. I probably would like the Purge a lot. I think.
I think it's because it's a fun movie. It's like they thought about what someone want to watch and then built the horror genre around that. You know, it's not like they went straight into this like, okay, where are we putting the scares? How are we getting the scares?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, exactly.
It feels like they've written it and then maybe they got to a point and they were like, oh, we could actually put in a scare here. You know, it's not like they planned out the scares on like
Yeah.
beforehand and tried to get in as many as possible.
No, exactly. No, yeah, that's exactly what it is.
So
Okay, are you ready for the spicy thing then?
yes.
Have you got any last comments before we move on about any movies that you want to give a shout out to while I get prepped?
Um, specifically horror movies.
Mm.
None that I can think of right now. But I mean, if we're on the subject of horror,
Yeah.
choosing between horror movies and then maybe a game,
Yeah.
I don't know which one I'd prefer because it's like game, you're living it, you know?
I'll be honest, like horror movies, apart from jump scares, they don't scare me at all. Like afterwards, I'm chill. A
Yeah.
video game does scare me
Yes.
because it's like my character's actually gonna die, and like
But
my character's actually in danger.
I think this is the pros and cons to like both. There's that's like the pro of a game, it actually puts you in it, right? You're that person.
Exactly.
The actions you do, the actions the character takes, you do. But at the same time, you could stop whenever you want.
True. True.
And I get you can with a movie, but it's not like as the character, they're just gonna stand still in the movie. You know, a movie's gonna keep going. It's not gonna
Yeah.
let you rest.
Yeah, that's true.
So
It's true.
I feel like in terms of getting you into it, games are better, but in terms of keeping you in it, movies are better.
I think that's a fair assumption.
But both have their own merits.
No, I would definitely agree. I think definitely video games would scare me more.
And I think they can make things that aren't scary scary. Like I don't
Yeah.
think Alien or Predator is that scary, right? But then they brought out an Alien game, Alien Isolation,
Yeah.
and it's literally one alien on the ship, and you have to like try and find your way off, right? And it can be
Yeah.
like in the and all this. And I think the scary part about it is knowing that it learns from what you do. So if you hide under tables too much, it'll start checking under tables.
Oh, damn, really?
So like knowing that the monster is also smart, I think adds to that. Whereas in a movie, monsters kind of, I think they miss things that are obvious, and so do the characters, which can be kind of frustrating when you're watching it. You're like, oh my God, why didn't you do that? Or why didn't you do this? Why didn't you see that?
Yeah, they're definitely, yeah, for sure.
I don't know. Carry
No,
on.
I agree. Yeah, 100%, dude. Yeah. Okay. So now, hopefully, you're starting to get a little bit spooked,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna move on to like some actual spooky stuff.
Okay.
So, have you ever? How much would you say you use Reddit?
Fair amount.
Have you ever been on a Reddit, a subreddit called Glitch in the Matrix?
No, but I can assume it's where like there's two people sat on the subway and they're both wearing the same thing.
Um, along those lines, yeah, that kind of thing where like if we're in the Matrix, this is like a glitch of it.
Okay.
But there's like stories that have happened to people where they just can't explain it.
Okay.
Now, I'm gonna read you some, and we're gonna try and find out like an explanation. We're gonna try and talk about an explanation of like a logical one, if we can think of one.
Okay. This is where our unsolved mysteries mind comes into it.
Yeah, they're very in that realm.
Okay.
Obviously, because they're on Reddit, there is a chance they could be just made up, right? They could be fiction.
Yeah.
I think going forward for the rest of this podcast, we have to have the assumption of that's not an option at all.
Okay.
We have to go
Try
take
and
it from the point of
find.
view of pardon.
We have to try and find a logical solution, even if it
Yeah,
doesn't sound like there could be one.
yeah, not the okay, it might be fake thing.
Okay.
Which it could be the case, but we're going to treat it as if this is they're telling the truth.
Yeah.
Now, some of them aren't even necessarily scary. Some might just be like a funny thing. Some might be, like they could be random.
Hmm.
Now, I will say this because I pre-read a couple of them. One of them, do you remember when you talked about the jinn, the jinn?
Yeah.
One of them I feel like is going to be a jinn.
Okay. Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna start with one that says, something is wrong with my girlfriend. So here we go.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. I may have already seen this. Is this when they're at a ski thing and she like wanders off into the woods?
No.
Okay. I'll find that video. I'll send it to you. Maybe you can put it up while we're talking, or maybe
Okay.
just like link it or something. But I'll find it because man, even though I think you can tell it's fake, it freaked me out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Uh,
Well, as you find it, let me read you this one.
okay.
So the guy says, me and my girlfriend have been living together in an apartment for 2.5 years. Everything has been normal until quarantine started about 4 weeks ago. For instance, for the first 3 weeks or so, my girlfriend has been putting sugar in her morning coffee.
Mhm.
While throughout her entire relationship before that, she's been very much against it. It's a very small detail, but she's always complaining about how sugar in coffee doesn't taste nice. But now she's been doing it. On the first day I saw her drinking the coffee with sugar, I asked her why she would do that. She looked at me and said, "What are you talking about? I've always been putting sugar in my coffee." I felt a little
Okay.
confused, but I moved on with the morning and we started doing other stuff. Fast forward to a few days ago, they were having sex and she moved into a position they tried once and didn't like it.
Yeah.
And he was like, "What are you on about? Like we've done this before, you didn't like it." And dismissed it and said that he had mixed her up with another girlfriend, like an
Okay.
ex-girlfriend. Today, when he wrote this, today was the weirdest thing. Um, the guy who wrote this, he's at uni doing a PhD,
Hmm.
and his girlfriend asked, "What's up with a guy that he's never heard of?" He's like, "Oh, what's up with Stephen?" And he's like, "Who's Stephen?" And she said she's referring to the uh hold on. She's referring to the guy who works at his company, the company
Yeah.
he's employed at. And he froze for a second and asked her to repeat, where she said the same thing. Then he told her he doesn't work at a company, nor has he ever worked at that company, since he does a PhD and he's doing like a master's. At this point, she completely froze, and we're both staring at each other, completely confused. She then asked me what's going on, and I reminded her about the coffee and the sex position thing.
Yeah.
Um, at this point, she started crying and asked what's wrong with us.
Wait, so he never worked at this job that he's been working at for years?
No, she said, "Hey, what's up with this guy? You know, the one who works at this place with you, and he's never worked there ever." So she's just, for some reason, thinks he's worked there forever, even though he's never done it.
Oh, his girlfriend does.
No, his girlfriend thinks that he does, even though he's never
Yeah, yeah,
has.
yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, sorry, yeah, yeah.
That's crazy.
So like, I don't know, like, what's that about? It sounds like she's been like cloned or something.
Yeah. Or okay, now this is gonna be crazy, and like this doesn't mean that I believe in it or whatever.
No, we want crazy. We want crazy.
But have you ever seen that post about the guy who went to fix a kitchen sink, and then when he kind of crawled in because it kept going,
Oh, yeah, I know what you're on about. I
and
know
then when he
exactly what you're
crawled
about.
out, he met himself, and they had like the same tattoo, same place, like they had same memories and stuff. But this guy was like older, and then he went back and like with the photo and stuff. I don't
Yeah, I
know.
know
I think
exactly. Yeah, yeah, I know exactly what you're on about. I've seen that.
logical explanation, they just have bad memories.
Yeah, some things like yeah, maybe there's like some kind of like thing that's happened to them.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it does make you
that's all.
think like if you were in that position, you would be terrified.
Yeah, I'd be like, I don't even know you.
Like, who are you?
Yeah,
Damn. Okay. So we're going. What would you say if you had to decide? What would you say is the explanation?
I'd have to say memory. Like if we're going logical, yeah, it's memory.
Okay. 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 So the next one is to do with someone's dog.
Oh no.
So they said about 30 seconds ago, I was sitting on the couch as my dog walked by to go and sit on the bed we have behind the sofa. She had something small caught in her throat last night, a bit of popcorn shell. So I was paying attention to her breathing, um, just to make sure she got it out. For a few minutes once she sat behind me just a minute ago, she was breathing fine, and she started to sound like some kind like a bit like a snore.
Yeah.
This is semi-normal for her when she's in that position lying down, so I didn't bother to go over and check. Then about 5 minutes goes by until the most disgusting snore, cough, wheezing sound started to happen. I go over to
Okay.
make sure she's okay, and the exact moment I looked at her bed, the sound stopped mid-breathe, and she wasn't there. She was
What?
outside with my parents and had been for 30 minutes. There's no way to get into a room or out the room without walking past me. I don't know whose dog I saw and what was making that sound 5 feet away from me, but I'm going to be staying outside for the rest of the day and hearing an. I'm going to be staying outside for the rest of the day now.
Okay. Yeah, that freaks me out.
I knew that one would get you. So
But
what you
at
thinking?
some point, you have to be like, are they just making up stories?
No, okay, fair enough. It might be, but like
Um.
if that's not it, what could the explanation be?
Uh. This dog. Read the
Yeah.
dog bit again.
Which part?
The. I don't know the bit about the dog. I'm confused about the dog and why the dog's there.
So the dog is just his dog, and it went and sat behind him on like her. The dog bed is behind the sofa.
Okay.
So then he sat behind the sofa. He
Mhm.
hears like the breathe, like the difficult breathing,
Yeah.
and he saw the dog walk past as well. Heard the
Wait.
breathing.
So the dog's the one with something stuck in her throat.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So then he heard the breathing get worse, and he turned around to make sure the dog's okay, and the dog's not even there, and has been outside the whole time.
Oh. I thought you meant this was his girlfriend.
No, no, this is the dog who's done this.
Ah, yeah, that's creepy.
Yeah,
Get
it's a
out of
bit
that
creepy, isn't
house.
it? Pardon?
Get out of that house.
Get out of the house. See, that's one for me. I don't even know if there's an explanation for it.
No.
Can you think of any? Like maybe he just maybe the explanation is that the dog did walk in just to chill, or whatever, or maybe it
Yeah.
didn't. Maybe he just thought he saw something, and it's very easy to hear like I don't know. Maybe he heard something and thought it just assumed it was the breathing. Maybe
Yeah, that's what I mean. If like I don't something that sounds like breathing, air conditioning, possibly.
exactly. Yeah, or just anything really.
And then something weird happens to it, you know? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I 100% agree. Like it's one of those things where like if it happened to you, you now like you're terrified.
Yeah.
But if you never like if you read it, you can think of explanations for it.
Mm,
Oh, okay. I've got a really good one. I got a really good one for you.
okay.
I'm gonna call this one the missing kid story.
Mm-hmm.
So the person very very short. The person's just the title is "Where is my kid?"
Yeah.
So the description says this: I have 4 kids. I know I have 4 kids, but recently I feel like I should have another one. But it's missing. When we go out, I head count and get flustered when I can't find the extra one. I have to consciously remind myself I only have 4 kids, but my heart just doesn't believe it. Well, I just put it aside as one of those weird feelings and just left it alone. Then my parents sent money to my kids. They sent £500. I called them and asked them why they put so much, and they were confused and said they told me they were sending £100 per kid. I
Yeah.
reminded them I only have 4 kids. They were silent for a moment and then laughed and said they were getting old and thought that I had 5. Then, tonight, my daughter walked into the lounge. She looked around and said, I know we're all here, but our family feels small. My son agreed. I hadn't said anything to them about my feelings lately, but they were because they already think I'm old and forgetful.
Mm.
Like that's it. Does anyone ever have this feeling before?
They just want another kid.
But it's weird that the grandparents sent 500.
Yeah, no, that is true.
Because
I don't
if
know,
it wasn't that,
maybe
you would just say, okay, she probably just wants another kid.
yeah.
But it's weird that the grandparents sent 500 thinking there was 5 kids.
Mm. Okay, unexplained or logical is that I don't know, I guess they just like they want another one.
It is just a
Maybe
coincidence, yeah.
maybe the grandparents were just hinting at it, you know, like
It could just be that
uh
the grandparents have like multiple grandkids from different like children,
yeah, that's also true.
and they just miss. I don't know. It could just be an easy mistake, but I know all of these. I feel like are just like it doesn't make you go really like suspicious, but you're also like a bit of you's like, damn, that is a bit creepy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
damn, that
at
is
the same okay, but if we're going non-logical,
yeah,
in the future they're gonna have another kid and they're feeling it now,
that's true. That's true as well. That's true.
you know?
Oh, for sure, for sure.
So
No, I think that's probably the less spooky, but also in a weird way as spooky.
yeah, because it's like how the hell did they feel that?
That seems like because the other ones it could be where they just misremember it, or it might just be like a mistake. Whereas that one feels like it actually happened.
Yeah.
It's just it might just be coincidence.
Mm.
Okay. Next one. Which one's been your favorite so far?
What was the first one again?
With his girlfriend like having different opinions and misremembering.
Probably the second one for spookiness.
With the dog breathing and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on then. Let me get you. What kind of story are you hoping for? Because I've got a couple really good ones that I know that I can find.
I don't know. I'm hoping for some like proper kind of like ghost ones
Okay,
or something.
okay. I'll try and find a ghost one for you. Have you got any ghost experience from before?
There you go.
Have you ever experienced anything?
No, I've had like feelings where obviously, like, but I think that's just a creepy feeling you get.
Okay. Like
So
what kind of ones? Give an example.
I don't know when you feel like something's like behind you or like watching you or something like that,
Yeah, yeah, no, for sure. Yeah.
So, but only those, nothing else.
But haven't you have you had sleep paralysis or no?
Once,
And what happened?
it was pretty fucking creepy. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you did you see someone?
No, I heard stuff.
Okay.
I didn't see anyone though.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Because I know like some people actually see like this figure next to them or something.
Yeah.
And like that would get me a lot. That would really get me.
See, that wouldn't get that. It wasn't the hearing stuff that got me. It was the fact that I literally couldn't move that freaked me out.
Yeah, no, that probably would freak you out to be
Like,
honest.
it was like I could feel my body, but
Yeah.
you're just unable to move it. I literally sat there for what felt like an hour, just trying to be able to lift my arm. And eventually I managed to get like one slightly, but it took effort, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. And how long did it
And
last for?
I don't know. I feel like because I couldn't fully get up, I was just like, fuck it, I'll go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think
Well,
I
go so
just
yeah.
like if it was to happen again, I just want to be in a comfortable position. I don't want to wake up with my face in the pillow like I can't move.
Yeah, yeah, you must be really just really uncomfortable.
It is, it is. But I've only had it that one time. Never again. I've had a dream where I sort of like dreamt I had paralysis. And I was kind of in a position of, you ever seen people when they kind of like get down on their knees, but then lie down on their back? So their heels are like up by their hips.
Yeah.
I was led like that. And dude, the fact that you couldn't move from that, it felt so uncomfortable and like, oh, that was nasty.
Really?
Yeah. But I think that was a dream. That wasn't like paralysis or anything because I was downstairs and it was super
Yeah.
confusing to me because like my family was around me and I was like, can you help me move? And no one like answered or acknowledged I was there. So that was a
Damn.
creepy dream. But other than that, I haven't really had anything else.
Damn. No, that's kind of freaky, you know. That's kind of
Yeah.
freaky. Oh, bro. See, that would get me a lot. That would get me a lot, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, especially if you saw something,
Oh, for sure.
like then I'll be like, I'm moving house.
I thank God it hasn't happened to you. There is this disorder though, or I don't even know if it's a disorder or just an illness, but essentially, uh, people get knocked out, right? Or you just get knocked out randomly, or have like a seizure or something,
Yeah,
and then it takes like months for your body to come around,
yeah,
but you're still conscious. So you've woken up, but you can't open your eyes, you can't move your mouth, anything like that. And then gradually, like your head, your face will come back, and then but you still won't be able to speak. And then like your arm or like your neck might come back after like another week, and then like your arms come back after like another 2 weeks or something, and gradually your body comes back. But man, that sounds awful.
really.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, that's kind of terrible. Yeah,
I'm not
damn.
sure what it's called, but I would not like to have that.
No, to be fair, that sounds. No,
Yeah,
no, I don't like that. I don't like that.
no,
Yeah,
I know.
okay, I've got another one.
Hit me.
Okay, hold on. Let me Let me just scan it. Okay. Okay, I got one that I'm trying to find, but I know, I remember I was just trying to find it, like, because I've read it before.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't find it, so I'm gonna go off the top of my memory of what happened. And I remember it pretty well from when I read it. Okay,
Hit me.
so, long story short, there's a guy who was, like, in his sleep,
Yeah.
and he he got woken up by his girlfriend
Mm-hmm.
because she was, like, crying. She was really upset.
Okay.
And he was like, "Oh, what's up? What's wrong?" And she was like, she said that she woke up and looked over, and there was this like figure with like a dog's face floating above him, like right above him.
Okay.
And it was just staring at him, like shaking.
Yeah.
And as soon as he said that, his face dropped because years ago before that, his ex-girlfriend said pretty much exactly the same thing.
Really?
Like it's like about the dog's face as well, blah, blah, blah. So we got in touch with her and he asked her, and he was like, "Hey, what was that thing about the dog's face?" And she was like, "Yeah." And then she like told him exactly the same thing. It was floating above him in his sleep, freaked her out. And yeah, that's like the story.
Nah, that's the freakiest one so far.
Yeah, that I remember reading it. I was like, "Whoa," because I read it at night as well, because I was gone.
Mistake.
Yeah, but what do you think of that one?
That's the freakiest one.
That is, it's the fact that it was, if it was just his girlfriend, you'd be like, okay, maybe she was dreaming, whatever. It's the fact it was his girlfriend and his ex-girlfriend that had seen it.
Yeah.
That was what made me like, that's what freaked me out.
So there's no explanation for that one.
No, no, it's not.
No logical explanation for that one. Other than, again, it's a story that someone's made up.
Yeah, but if it's not, then like, I don't even know what to say.
No. Like, what can you say to that? You know?
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know, like, I don't even know what to like suggest. Like, what's like an explanation?
That's one of the freakiest things to me. When I wake up in the middle of the night for no reason, I'm always like, why the hell did I wake up?
Yeah, I know. I just happen to me a lot, but that makes it worse when it happens.
Yeah.
Okay, I got the other one that I knew about, like, that I've read before.
Hmm.
So it's conveniently also to do with a girlfriend,
Okay.
and could be lies, but we have to talk about it if it's true.
Okay.
So I guess a little context is in order. Me and my
Yeah.
girlfriend have been together for about a year at this time. Never had any big problems. We're both pretty relaxed people. Never ever had a big fight. Never had trust issues.
Hmm.
So one day I was in front of our apartment building smoking a cigarette. This was before we lived together. I had seen
Okay.
her the night before, had a nice dinner, gone out to a bar, and then gone back to my place, after which she took a taxi home. So
Hmm.
the night before we'd been out, had a nice evening. So as I'm standing out in front of my apartment building, she pulls up in a taxi. I wasn't expecting to see her and was pleasantly surprised to see her when she showed up. I put
Mm.
out my cigarette, smiled, and walked up to her saying something like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" She scowls at me and slaps me across my jaw. Obviously, I'm dumbfounded and at a loss for words. She had never
Yeah.
said anything and just barged past me into the building.
Okay.
I followed her up to my apartment, asking her what happened the whole way as we were walking. She goes
Mm.
into my apartment. Now, this is important because to go into the apartment, you need like a code. So
Okay.
she's the one who walked in there, meaning that she knew the code. So it is her. She walks into my apartment, grabs her bag, and some of her stuff that she left there, throws a few things at me, breaks a glass. Um, she calls me a pig and says she knows everything and that I've broken her heart. I'm trying to figure out what's going on, obviously. She stops on the way out so that I can touch her sleeve. She glares at me, slaps me again, and tells me, "I hope I never see you again." I
Mm.
followed her to the street. She got off in a cab and drove off. The street
Yeah.
was empty, and this was maybe 9 a.m. He watched her drive off in the cab, like he saw her get in, saw the cab drive off. Then, as he's watching it drive away, someone hugs him from behind. He turns around, and it's her, in her running
Okay.
clothes, in her running clothes. So before she was in her work clothes, in like shirt, like jacket, trousers, high heels. She's now in her
Mhm.
running clothes. Literally, he's still the cab drive away. He's felt a hug, turned around, and it's her, right? Um,
Mhm.
he went completely pale. She said hi in a usual like happy way.
Yeah.
Um, and he spun round. There's no taxi. It was literally like 5 seconds earlier. It was there driving away. It's now not there, and it's like a long road. It couldn't have turned off. He didn't say anything to her. He just ran upstairs. Her bag was still gone. Doors wide open. So then he told her everything's still broken. They were both really confused. There's no way he could have mixed up. It was definitely her, is what he says. He has a
Okay.
security camera which he checked. Sure enough, there's him following a girl into the apartment. The angles aren't great, so you can't actually see if it is her or not. But you know, you can kind of make out her face. Um, you can kind of like. There's no way like it wasn't her.
Okay.
And it still creeps him out.
So the end.
That's the end.
It like if he has the footage. Oh, but then he wouldn't have the footage of the other girl, I guess. But I don't know. It's like that one sounds the most fake of them all
Yeah.
to me
Okay.
because I don't know. It's just weird that when he turns around, the taxi's gone. The fact that as soon as the taxi's going down the road, he gets hugged from behind.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, it seems weird. It doesn't seem plausible.
Okay. I respect that. I respect that.
I know none of them do, but this one the least.
Okay, but if it is true,
Hmm.
what's like a realistic explanation?
Uh, hmm.
Like, which one is more likely to be the real girlfriend? If say for example, he accidentally mixed up someone who looked like a doppelganger, let's say.
Well, then the one that slapped him, obviously, because
Mm.
she's the only one that we have proof about who can get into the apartment with a code.
That's the thing. Yeah, the apartment thing is the big thing.
Hmm.
But yeah,
That's yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to not say that it sounds fake.
Really?
Wait, hold on. What did I just say? It's hard to not say. Yeah, it's hard to not say that it's fake.
Oh, okay. No, I think it's easy. I think it's the easiest one.
No, no, that's why no. I just said the same thing as you.
Oh, okay. I see.
But it's hard to say anything other than it's being fake.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, yeah. You made me doubt myself. And I was like, wait, did I just say the wrong thing?
No, yeah,
But to
for
be fair,
sure.
I
I
did use like a negative, so I understand.
I agree.
Um, okay, I'll do a couple more. I'll do a couple more.
Okay.
Do you want like a ghosty one?
Yeah.
Okay, let me type in specifically ghost.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Let me have a little look.
Better pick a good one.
I'm gonna try and find a good one. I'm trying to. I'm trying to. I want to find one with like actual upvotes. Oh,
You might
okay.
look
Here's
like
one. Here's
it
one.
from the side.
This got like a good amount of upvotes, so I'm gonna read it to you.
Okay.
It says it says the title is accidentally stumbled into a creepy, seemingly ghost town. Still cannot find it to this day.
Okay.
How does that sound? Do you want me to read that one?
It sounds okay.
Oh no, you're not happy. You're not happy.
Mainly because it's just I stumbled into a ghost town. Now I can't find the town. It's like if something happens in the town, then I'd be like, sure. But because he specifically said, "Oh, it's a ghost town," and I can't find it anywhere, I'm a bit like,
Okay, okay. I got a nice short one for you. Here we go.
spooky.
Here we go.
Okay.
This might be spooky. It might not be. Okay. A year ago, I could have sworn my friend called me at night to say that his father and brother got into a car crash, with a drunk driver, and his dad died on impact, but his brother was in critical condition in the hospital.
Okay.
I remember the next day after he told me, going to see him in the hospital, to see his brother. I saw him. I know I did. I saw him and his family grieving because there wasn't really hope for the brother to make it. It was just a waiting game. The
Okay.
days after, we texted a little bit, and he was spending time with his family. We didn't talk for like 2 days, and I get another call to say that his brother had passed away in a car crash. The same one that was in a coma. His father was also alive now. Wait, what? Wait, wait,
Sorry.
wait, hold on.
What?
Hold on, wait, what? Okay, so, hold on, wait. Okay, so I'm gonna read from the start again because I'm really confused. Okay, so
Okay.
a year ago, his friend called him at night to
Yeah.
say his father and his brother got into a car crash with a drunk driver. His
Father
dad
died.
died on impact, and his brother was in critical condition.
Yeah.
The next day, he went to see the brother in the hospital.
Yeah.
It was only a matter of time before the brother died.
Yeah.
Days after, they didn't text that much, and then they didn't talk for like 2 days, and then he gets another call from his brother
Yeah.
saying that it's from his friend saying that his brother's been in a car crash.
Mm-hmm.
The same one that was in a coma, but his dad was no longer dead. Okay.
Okay.
It wasn't the exact same situation, but his dad wasn't in the car at this time. Um, even the same drunk driver it was even the same drunk driver that he was told about. He went to the funeral of the brother and couldn't make eye contact with his dad because he felt like he was seeing a ghost.
Yeah.
He'd never told his friend in fear of being insensitive.
Okay.
So basically, his friend told him that his brother and dad died in a car crash,
And that his brother was alive, but then he called
but
him and
like
said
barely.
his brother died.
Then 2 days later, his friend rings up again, saying like, "Oh my god!" Like as it like the friend hasn't. The friend's saying it as if it didn't happen recently,
Yeah.
saying like, "Oh, my brother's just been in a car crash. He's dead." But
Yeah.
his dad wasn't even in the car this time, and the dad's now alive.
Ooh.
That's a spooky one.
Yeah. I don't know, because it's over the phone. I feel like logical explanation
Yeah.
is just that you misheard him the first time.
But he went to see the brother in the hospital though. That's the one thing.
No, but this is it. Maybe, maybe the second time he called, he was like, "Yeah, my brother that was in that car crash, he died."
Mmm.
You know, and he just misheard
Yeah.
it that time.
But how? But what about the dad being alive though?
Did they go to the dad's funeral?
No, because it was only a couple of days.
Well, there you go. There was no funeral. So if he went to a dad's funeral, the dad's funeral, and then somehow the dad turned up alive and the other brother was dead, then I'd be like, wow, okay. But I think
Yeah.
it's just a case of, oh, you misheard him.
I kind of agree with you. I kind of agree with you. Like that one has an easy explanation. I feel like
Yeah.
it could be just, like you say, he was wrong.
Hmm. I think that's the explanation for that one.
No, I think that one's. It could be just like you said, like he didn't hear it, or I don't know, like just random stuff.
Yeah, I don't think he heard it right.
So I've got a spicy one for you, and I really hope you haven't heard this, but you might have done.
Okay.
Have you heard of? Because this was like, have you heard of the post-it notes one?
No.
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 Okay, so this one actually has an answer. Like they actually managed to solve this from Reddit.
Okay.
So I'm gonna read it to you now. This is really good. I'm gonna let you see if you can work out the answer. Okay. So on the 15th of April,
Mm-hmm.
this is a couple years ago, they found a yellow post-it note in a handwriting that wasn't his. Pardon me. He thought it was a bit odd, but he chalked up to doing something in his sleep. He must have forgot about it. But it didn't appear to be his handwriting. That's one thing. On the
Mm-hmm.
19th, 4 days later, he found another post-it note telling him to make sure I saved the documents. In
Okay.
that's like a quote. He was freaked out, but there was no other signs of a break-in, so I put my webcam in the house, aimed it at my desk, and used a security cam app to record it while detecting movements.
Mm-hmm.
On the 28th, so this is 9 days later, I woke up to find another post-it note This one's saying, our landlord isn't letting me talk to you, but it's important we do.
Okay.
I immediately checked the webcam folder on my computer and found nothing from the night before, but my computer's recycling bin had been emptied, which I'm certain I did not do recently, indicating someone had noticed the webcam and deleted the files. Today, on the 1st of May, I found another post-it note, this time on the outside of my door. Nothing written on it, but it appeared to be the post-its. It also appeared that there was no post-its on any of the other doors.
Okay.
The question they've asked is, can I take legal recourse? I have no proofs except that the post-it notes have been happening, and they are written in my pen, and not my handwriting. Should I
Okay.
consult my landlord, who has also been living in the complex?
Is it the landlord?
Is it the landlord what, leaving the notes?
I think the landlord's like trying to freak him out or something.
Okay, I'll tell you,
Because
that's what
he's
I would
the
have
only
said, but
one
that's
who would
not
have a
actually the
key to get
answer.
in.
Pardon?
He's the only other one who would have a key to get in.
That is true. No, that is true. And it says about the landlord, like isn't letting us talk.
Yeah.
If it's not the landlord, what do you think it might be?
I think he might sleepwalk,
Yeah. Okay.
potentially.
So you think he might be
Or
writing it himself?
yeah, I think he's writing it himself, and then because no one's gonna notice a camera, a webcam turning on to movement. Okay. Like
Yeah.
a light's not gonna come up, nothing, camera's just gonna turn on. It's gonna give no indication that it's recording. So the only person who knows that it's recording is him,
Yep.
which will be the explanation for the person deleting the files on the computer. And can I just say, bad security didn't leave a password on his computer, and if he did, he's the only one who would know it. So
Okay. You're kind of close.
okay, is
Um,
he does he have like bipolar?
not quite. So bear in mind they managed to solve this from um like the Reddit post.
Hmm.
So the updated version that this person later put is, thanks to everyone who sent out suggestions and gave me advice on how to proceed, especially those who recommended a CO detector, because when I plugged it in the bedroom, it read at 100 ppm. Too long didn't read is I had CO poisoning and thought my landlord was stalking me.
Wait, say that again?
So basically, the CO in his room was too high. So he had like carbon monoxide poisoning.
Oh, okay.
So he didn't realize, like, I don't know, I guess it makes him go like dizzy and like lack of memory and stuff.
I see.
It's basically like really deadly, I think. I think he could have died from it.
Wow.
So like, I don't know how it works, but he was going through states of like, he was basically losing memory. So you're
Wow.
right, he was doing it. It's just that it was like more of a deadly thing.
Yeah.
I mean, he plugged it in. It came out 100 ppm.
That high?
I'm gonna have a look. How much CO is too high? ppm. Um.
If it even says.
Oh, well, from what I'm reading, it might be wrong. It says, oh, damn, what the hell?
Yeah.
So from 0 to 9 ppm is no health risk.
Yeah.
From 10 ppm onwards, so like 29 is problems over long-term exposure, chronic problems such as headaches, nausea. So that's 30 is like headaches and nausea long term, like chronic.
Okay.
And he had 100.
Jeez.
So it was like really bad then.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. It's interesting though, like, because obviously when you heard it without the knowing the answer, you probably think like, oh, it might just be like a lie, right? So it's interesting that like there's actually a reason for it. you know. So it makes you
So that's
wonder if
why
maybe
this
the other
is one
ones
of
did have a
those.
reason.
Yeah,
But
exactly. It's one of those rare cases. It turns out that the one who could see the dog guy floating also has carbon monoxide poisoning.
yeah, exactly. It could be. It could be something like that, maybe.
So who
But
knows?
yeah, what did you think of that one?
Um, that one was a good one, especially because it had an actual like explanation. But I
Yeah,
wasn't
exactly.
because it sounded spooky until you heard that it was actually him doing it.
Yeah, no, it did sound very spooky, especially the It just made you wonder though, because why did he type like our landlord won't let us meet?
That's true.
But it's also like I don't know, mate, you might have just been crazy.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what it's like when you have that poisoning.
No.
But yeah. Should we do one more? One more.
One more.
Give me a random word to type in. I'll see if I'll see if there's a story that involves it. I'll read that one. Give me like a random word.
Skiing.
Skiing.
I couldn't find my one, so I'm gonna see if you can find one.
Um, hold on. Let me have a look. Okay, I've got. Here's what come up. Anyone experience? Oh wait, let me get one that has like high ratings actually, so I don't read
Okay.
you like a random one. Bum bum bum. Okay, but it doesn't look. Let me type in just ski maybe, because there's not any high rated ones for skiing. How much of the skiing one do you remember?
Basically, they go out on the slopes, and then his girlfriend disappears, and then he
Yeah,
finds her just stood in the woods, uh, like just staring. And then
yeah,
he takes her back to the bedroom, and then she's like, and then they go to bed, and then he wakes up midnight or middle of the night, and she's just sat there on the bed, just like staring still. And the next day, she kind of stays same spot. And then when they go to bed again, she leaves and walks out the door, and she's just walking down the street like in almost nothing, and it's like snowing out. And he brings
yeah.
her back in. That's where I remember it finishing.
Okay, that's just scary.
Yeah, but I
That's
don't know
just
if it's real
spooky.
because I'm like, what guy films this?
Oh wait, is it actually like?
It was a video.
Yeah, but it wasn't a video explaining it. It was like the actual video of it.
Yeah.
Oh damn. Okay.
So, but yeah, carry on.
Yeah, no, that's freaky. That's freaky. Okay, I thought I just remembered one.
Oh,
I know.
I got one. But
Yeah.
no, carry on. Carry on. What were you? What one was you remember?
Well, it's kind of ghosty. It's kind of ghosty.
Okay.
It's on of the one of all time.
Fine, we'll do two more. We'll do that one, and then I got another word. I got another word.
Okay, okay. Where is it? Where is it? Let me read you the title for it.
Hit me.
Um, hold on. Where has it
And we
gone?
should have done this where like you find one, I find one, and whoever's is the most spooky wins.
Oh, okay. Next time we'll do that. We'll do that next. We'll do like a part two to this.
Okay.
Every now and again, our podcast will just be scary stuff. Okay. So the thing is, meeting our son before he was born.
Okay.
You're probably thinking like, oh, it's a load of waffle. But here we go. So, this happened about 7 or 8 years ago. My husband and I were laying in bed one night watching television. Now, this is the bit that's going to get me, Elliot. This is if I was reading this at night, I would struggle. Okay. Out of the
Okay.
corner of my eye, I see a child in the doorway of our bedroom. Thinking it was our only child at the time, I tapped my hubby and said, "Hey, shh, babe, look. I think Connor's going to try and scare us." He
Yeah.
turns and looks at the child who walked into a room. I can't explain it, but it was one of those moments where things just seemed different somehow. We watched in
Okay.
silence, soon realizing that this child was not our son. He
Yeah.
toddles in, head slightly tilted back, curly hair bouncing, and diaper squishing as he goes to the end of our bed. We see
Yeah.
his head goes down like he was crouching, and then when he got back up, and then when we got up to look, he was gone. I looked at Chris, in brackets my husband, and said, "Did we just see a ghost?" Then, almost as an afterthought, I said, well, we know if we have another baby and he has
Yeah.
curls, that was him before he was born. We both laughed because we were trying to have another baby at the time.
Yeah.
Um, Fascinated. We go check in on our son, and he was fast asleep. A few months later, I'm pregnant. So fast forward,
Okay.
and our new baby boy Liam is 2. He toddles into our room, head slightly tilted back, curls bouncing, and it hit me like bucket of ice and water. Holy crap! This is the baby we that came to visit us. I mean,
Yeah.
there's absolutely no doubt in my mind. Like, on top of that, whenever Liam is staying in the night elsewhere, he comes to visit me in my sleep. Wait, what the hell? What kind of baby
So
is this? For example, one time he came and just smiled at me while I was taking a nap.
that's a
He
clean
was
job. Get rid of it.
he was a little he was a little red shirt and his hair was cut short. The next day I got to pick him up from my mum's, and lo and behold, his hair he had like a new haircut and he was wearing a red shirt. I
Okay.
asked my mum, "Did he wear this yesterday?" And she replies, "Oh yeah, he did, but he insisted on wearing it today as well."
Okay.
What you thinking?
Well, to her, it sounds like the haircut was a surprise. Okay.
Yeah, it was. I think.
And now part of me that makes part of this that makes me think is fake and just a story
Yeah.
is what grandparents maybe you've experienced this, but I've never experienced this. I've never got a haircut with my grandparents.
No, that is true.
If I
That is
ever went
true.
to get one, it was because my mom was like, "Nah, you need one."
Yeah, I
When
kind of
I was
agree
young,
with
anyway, not like now.
you.
So, like, I feel like as a parent, if if the grandparents kind of got my kid a haircut, I'd be like, "Why the hell did you get him a haircut?" You know?
Yeah, I kind of do agree with you to be honest. But I don't like the creepy thing is seeing the kid walk into the room.
Yeah,
Like, what do you think that could have been?
I have no clue.
See,
But
that would
like,
freak me out. That would
yeah,
I would have punched the kid or something.
especially if he crouches down and then you go and check and he's not there. Dude, I wouldn't be able to put my feet down by the side of the bed in case a little hand comes out and grabs my ankle. Like,
A little hand gets shot.
I'm jumping off that bed to the door.
Yeah. Oh, I'm with you 100%.
Like, I'm like, nah, nah.
100%, bro. Yeah. There's no way.
I'd throw like, like nades under that bed, like fire in the hole, get rid of the demon, like holy water. I don't
That.
know. You hear tales of people being able to do that out of body like experience thing.
Yeah.
So maybe when he visits her, I may possibly, I like if you believe in that. But
Yeah.
um, I don't get the bit beforehand when he's like not born yet.
No, yeah, that is weird. That is very weird.
Mm.
Yeah, no, I don't get that either. But yeah,
But that was a good one. That was a good
that was a good one. That was a good one. Okay, what was the one you wanted to say?
alien.
Oh, you want me to type in alien?
Yeah, I want to hear. I want to
Ah,
hear the
man,
best one.
Elliot, tempting fate here. It's about to get spooky.
It's about to get spooky.
I hope there's not one because this is gonna get me.
Do it.
Okay, hold on. Let me see which one is the highest upvotes. Oh no. Oh wait. Oh, I have to do this one. I
Okay.
have to do this one. Oh, it's kind of long. Okay, I'm gonna do it anyway. The title: Did I have sex with an alien? What's gonna happen? So,
Is
Elliot,
this a dude?
I don't know. I haven't read it yet.
Because I've heard a story of a dude who painted the time an alien came down and had sex with him when he was like 16. And he like painted it.
I don't think it's gonna be this one.
That was crazy.
Oh, dude, in he's got like actual photos evidence. I think I haven't clicked on it yet, but it says
Mate, send me the link and I'll like look at the photos as you're As you're reading.
Let me see what photo it is. Hold on. Oh damn, he's got like a natural. Let me get you a link. I'm gonna send you a link. The link is, I don't know what context this is, but the link is a briefcase
Okay.
with some clothes in. So I don't know what that means, but the fact he's provided a photo makes me think this is more believable. Because it's like,
Okay.
okay, here we go. So, so I set off on a trip to Scotland from Leeds. Oh, this is in
Mm-hmm.
England or like the UK. Damn, okay.
Oh.
And there was a guy on the side of the road. Oh, maybe this is a woman. There's a guy on the side of the road, about an hour into my journey, saying that he's heading to
Oh,
Glasgow.
hold on. You're cutting out.
Sorry. So she's going to
There you go.
Leeds.
Yeah.
From Scotland to Leeds. Wait,
Is
no.
this the
So
only picture?
yeah,
It's literally a suitcase being packed.
we don't know the context yet. The thing
Okay.
also, it also said he took the envelope out for privacy reasons.
Okay.
Okay, so by going from Leeds to Scotland,
Yeah.
there's a guy on the side of the road saying that he's also going to Glasgow.
Okay.
I'd never seen a hitchhiker before, so I was curious. He was
Wait.
wearing a suit and had a
Gotta read,
briefcase with him. Pardon?
gotta read it in a Scottish accent. It's in Scotland.
Okay, if he says anything, I'll say it in a Scottish accent.
Okay.
So he's wearing a suit and he's got a briefcase.
Yeah.
Which looking back was a bit odd. But hey ho, I'm a confident person, so I pulled over and told him I was heading to Scotland if he wanted a ride. He seemed perfectly normal, really handsome, and offered to give me some money for a ride. I asked him a couple of questions, told him I was in the police, um, to see how he would act, but he got in anyway, and we set off. So she did like a little check. He still got in. He was fine, even though she's in the police, so he didn't care. So
Mm-hmm.
he seems safe.
Okay.
He was sitting beside me in the front, and everything seemed perfectly normal for the first hour or so. We spoke about normal things, hobbies, interests, family. Um, but most of all, we did stay quiet for a lot of it.
Yeah.
About 2 hours in, we stopped for food, right, in a small village. As I get up to get out of the car, he puts his hand on my leg, and at first I'm taken aback because number one, he had been talking about his wife, and number two, you can normally tell when a guy is into you from the get-go, but this wasn't like that. Yes, we've been driving, but he was really kind of distant and kind of quiet the entire time. I
Yeah.
look at him, and he looks at me with those sex eyes that drive you really crazy.
Yeah.
What am I reading right now? Wait, I
This
feel
is
like I'm reading some fan fiction. Okay,
okay.
so basically, things get going.
Yeah.
They end up having sex in the car park
Okay.
until like 11 p.m.
Sounds like he cheated on his wife.
That's what it sounds like. It doesn't sound like it's an alien at all.
Yeah.
That was just his cover up. He's like, yeah, I'm an alien. She said it was the best sex ever.
Yeah.
Um, I've ever had. It was the best sex she's ever had looking back. But this is where it gets really weird. Oh, okay, so this is where it gets weird. When we'd finished, I asked him if he was really going, if he was ready to get going, and he looks at me, smiles, pulls me in for a kiss really passionately. Um, on his part anyway, it was really passionately. Says thank you, gets out of the car, and starts to run into the forest.
Okay, that's freaky.
I get out of the car and shout like, "What the fuck? Like, where the hell are you going?" He doesn't look back, and he carries on running into the pitch black forest. At this point, I'm so weirded out. Like, what the fuck do you do in this situation? I waited 10 minutes just in case he came back, and he didn't. Bearing in mind we were like 2 hours away from where I picked him up.
Mm-hmm.
It was all really strange. Um, but I carried on driving towards Glasgow. I arrive at my mum's house, where go to a boot to get my things, and his briefcase is still there. Looking back, I definitely should have taken it out to the police, but I didn't really think about it. I opened it up, and there was a packet of Maltesers, some underpants, a T-shirt, and an envelope.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, the envelope was none other. It had her name on it.
Okay.
It said there's no. The envelope was none other than My effing name. My name. How? How? We never knew each other before. I told him my first name, but not my second name. Like, what the hell? He never wrote anything down in the car and never got out of the car to go to the boot. The inside the letter, um, whoa! Inside the letter, there was five £50 notes and a tiny piece of paper that said, buy something pretty. That's really the end of it. I never saw him again. This was 5 years ago, and I still can't explain it.
What?
And then, yeah, that she put the briefcase. Damn, that's kind of freaky, you know.
I'm trying to analyze the dude's handwriting.
That freaks me out a lot.
It seems like guy's handwriting. It seems messy.
Oh yeah, you can see the actual handwriting.
Buy something pretty.
That one gets me, I think. That one scares me.
Especially with the fact that he runs away
But it's not the fact he runs away. It's the fact he runs into the forest, bro.
at night. Like,
That would actually scare me.
yeah.
If I saw him run into the forest, I would just drive instantly.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been waiting around for that, like 10 minutes, see if he
Because
comes
you
back.
think
I'm like,
at that point, I feel like he's a killer.
yeah.
I don't know, but it does make you wonder. Like,
Okay.
even if it's not an alien,
Yeah.
it's still spooky.
But at the same time, how do you drive with someone for 2 hours, not even really speak to them, hear him talk about his wife and go, yeah, right, let's have sex?
That's why I think he's an alien, though, because I feel like he has some like magical thing about like, okay, if you want to sleep with a human, do like these eyes or whatever. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I think if it was an alien, he was just trying to like test out humans.
Yeah. But okay, that wasn't alien enough for me. I want another one.
No one. That was good though. I like that one.
It was good. It was good.
Okay, let me find a high rated one. That was probably one of my favorite ones, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Um, okay. I've got a couple. I don't know if they're actually alien related. Like I've typed in aliens, so they've shown up,
Okay.
but I don't know if alien's gonna be like an actual topic of it.
Okay.
Let me scan it. Oh, okay, no, I'm not gonna read this one because in it she says like, "Oh, I'm normally a skeptic about like ghosts and aliens," so that's why it was there.
Okay.
Um, I'm gonna read this one. I don't
Mhm.
know. I don't know if it's aliens, but it says it's a time glitch.
Okay.
Do you want me to find like an alien one?
Yeah, I prefer an alien one.
Okay, I'll find an alien one. I'll find an alien one. Um, oh my goodness.
Okay.
I just saw a title of one,
Yeah.
and it says, I saw my 21-year-old sister as her 7-year-old self, but instead of a face, her entire head was 360 of hair.
Okay.
That one's scary. I'm not reading that one. That's too scary.
Are you telling me there's no alien ones?
Let me type into Google like glitch in Matrix because it might show up differently. It might have like a different search way.
So I'm getting like disappointed right now.
Come on, the last alien one was good.
It was good, but
Okay,
like,
here we go. I got one. I got one.
okay.
It's only got 95 upvotes, but it's called Glitch or Alien Abduction.
Okay.
Okay, let me read it. Let me read it. Okay, it was done 2 years ago. So about 6 years ago, my girlfriend, now wife, and I were sitting. We're house sitting my mum and her boyfriend's home.
Yeah.
It's a very large modern home. Um, because I had lived there briefly. Because I lived there briefly, he had his own room. So he's got his own room. We were drinking wine,
Okay.
giggling and watching TV. We had about max 2 glasses of wine,
Mm-hmm.
each. So we'd almost finished a bottle together.
Okay.
but still not enough to get blackout drunk. To this day, I have never been blackout drunk. Anyway, we were on the couch watching TV and laughing. The next thing that happens is we wake up to my alarm waking me up the next morning.
Mm-hmm.
I had a bad habit of not setting my alarm until the night before, but my alarm was set for me to get to work. Wait, I had a bad habit of not setting my alarm until the night before, but my alarm was set for me to get up for work. I'm in my mum's bed, and my girlfriend is in my room in my bed. We both woke up at the same time, but because of the distance between the rooms, there's absolutely no way she woke up to my alarm.
Mm.
She was in my room with the lights on and her clothes on at the end of the bed.
Okay.
I was under the covers in my mum's bed with my clothes on but the lights off and my alarm set. I remember waking up and about 7 seconds later, her also walking into the room
Mm.
as if she had just as if we both woke up at the same time.
Okay.
Um, I looked at her and trying not to be weirded out, I simply asked what happened. She had no explanation of what happened. I asked her what the last thing she remembered was,
Yeah.
and it was the exact last thing I remembered too. Our memories both stopped at the same time. We to this day still talk about it, still not knowing what happened. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
sure if anyone else had experience like this, but it would be great to have an explanation as to how a casual hangout ended up feeling like we were abducted by aliens.
Okay.
I like that one. That was good.
That one was a good one. Especially, I've heard a story before where these two guys they were talking about how they were playing in. He was playing in. Him and his friend were playing in his living room, and the clock was like at say like 12, right?
Yeah.
Like midnight. And he next thing they know
Yeah.
is they kind of wake up and it's literally like 6 a.m. Okay.
Damn. Okay.
And they have no idea how they fell asleep or anything like this. But they have um kind of flashing memories, like moments of being led down on this table with a bright light in their face, like they couldn't move their arms or legs,
Hmm.
and they were just
Damn. Okay.
these like silhouettes looking at them, and they have just flashing like memories of that, like nothing concrete, and that's crazy.
No, that is, to be fair, that's quite crazy. Like, that's actually quite, yeah.
I look, okay, I'm skeptical, I won't lie, but that's a lot of space out there, you know.
Exactly.
So part of me hopes they exist, and part of me's like takes these stories with a grain of salt because I feel like people can embellish a lot.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. Okay,
But yeah.
I'm gonna read you one last one. Because it's very similar, I think. It's also
Oh, okay.
alien abduction. But no, I do, yeah, I do believe there's something out there.
Yeah,
I
for
don't
sure.
know where, like, I don't think we'll ever see it because, like, the chances of them finding us is quite low.
Mm,
But I think there's no way that there's not anything out there.
no.
I don't know if I believe that they're like flying around in spaceships and abducting us, but I don't think that like it's possible that there's no other life form on any other planet.
Yeah.
Like even yeah, like think of how many like planets there are. There must be something out there.
No, exactly. And it's not like it has to be super intelligent like life like us.
Yeah, even a slug is another alien.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like even if there's a slug that's like evolved on a
No,
different planet,
exactly.
so there's got to be something.
Mm,
Um. Okay, here we go.
hit me with it.
So it's very similar about husband and wife. It was done a little bit before the last one, so they're not like copying each other or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to preface this by saying that neither me or my husband do any sort of drugs, suffer from mental illness, or abuse alcohol. We drink occasionally, but had not been drinking this night. It happened about 8 months ago, We lived in a small apartment with our two young children, our dog, um, and our dog, while we saved for a down payment on our home.
Mm.
It was a typical Monday night, around 7 p.m. We had just cleaned up after dinner, and my husband was surfing the web, and I was relaxing on the couch. I was
Yeah.
reading the back of a cake mix, trying to decide if I had time to bake it, let it cool, frost it, and eat it before we needed to go to bed. My husband was watching a video on the internet. He then found something. He said something funny about it, and we both laughed. So they're both laughing, have a nice time. Then,
Okay.
bam! I woke up face down in my bed. My clock read 8 a.m. exactly. My alarm had not been turned on, and I was very confused. Um, and you can smell a strong scent of coconut, which is interesting.
Okay.
I sat up and looked at my husband, who was also just waking up at the same time. See, it's interesting that they always wake up at the same time. That is interesting.
Yeah.
He looked at me with a really confused face, and we both just jumped out of bed and ran to our kids' room. They were both asleep. We went into the living room, uh, and the second our dog saw us, she started whimpering and sort of army calling towards us,
Mm.
which is such a unusual behavior for her. Nothing was
Okay.
out of ordinary in the apartment, aside from one small detail. The cake mix I'd been looking at that night was gone. I searched everywhere for the cake mix and never found it.
Maybe
Another
it
odd
was one of the
detail is that
kids.
we were all dressed in our pajamas when we woke up, except my youngest. He was in the t-shirts and jeans he had been wearing the night before. Neither my husband nor I would ever put him to bed like that. Neither of us had any memory of getting into our pajamas or anything else after laughing at the comment he made on the video.
Okay.
We, already late for work, both called in sick that day. We spent the day talking about it and trying to make sense of it. At some point that day, he asked me if I had smelled coconut when I woke up. We never found a source of the smell. Mm,
That's pretty crazy.
that is kind of crazy.
Especially because it's like, okay, so why wasn't the youngest changed? So that must mean that he stayed there, right?
Yeah,
And like, why was the dog freaked out by him? The only explanation I can have for the dog being freaked out is that the dog saw them doing something.
saw
Okay.
saw who doing something.
Like the people.
The
So
couple.
if we want to go far out there in like science fiction,
Yeah,
I'd say a dog would be freaked out when something's wrong with the human that they like recognize, right?
yeah,
Like, have you seen videos where like an owner will get like a new haircut or put on glasses and the dog would be freaked out?
yeah. No, I have.
So like, let's say they have their minds controlled and their eyes changed like to a different color. I can imagine the dog being freaked out.
Yeah, okay, I can imagine that.
Or say they do get abducted and like lifted up or whatever. Like I can imagine the dog being freaked out by that.
Yeah, that's what I think it would be. I think it would be that like, it's funny how like before we were like think of only logical way, and now we're like thinking of how they got abducted.
Yeah. But
But
yeah.
if they got abducted and then the dog didn't see him since, and then they walked downstairs like the next day, the dog. I think that's why the dog would do right like that.
Yeah, it's true.
That's what I would say.
See the part about all these stories that freaks me out is the fact that you don't remember what happened in between.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
for me, like not being able to remember something would be the like major, like that would be the worst because I could have gone through so much pain and I don't remember it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and then just thinking about yourself being in that situation where you're being, say, like tortured or something, but you have no memory of it. It's just really freaky to think about.
It is very freaky. It makes you like a bit creeped out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100% me too. Like, dude, I'm gonna be thinking of this later tonight. I'm not gonna sleep now. But no, I've had like something very minor.
Okay.
And it like to this day, it's definitely not like I wasn't abducted or anything, but to this day, I'm like, I know I didn't imagine that.
Hit me.
It's very tiny, but I know for sure I'm not exaggerating. So I'm led in bed, right? I'm led in bed.
Uh-huh.
This was in my old house, and I was like probably 7.
Okay.
Um, when I'm on my pillow, I can see the window.
Yeah.
And by the way, this isn't like a creepy story or it's not scary or anything.
I'll tell
So
you
I'm
about a
looking
creepy
at the
dream I had
window.
you just reminded me of. But yeah, carry on.
I'm looking at the window,
Yeah.
and I'm looking at the like just the pitch black night, right?
Okay.
And then it genuinely what felt like a blink. Like I felt my eyes close, not
Yeah.
slowly, not like really like slow. I just like a normal just blink, felt them
Yeah.
close. As my eyes opened, I'm in exactly the same position. My head's not moved, my body's not moved, my arms and legs in the same place. I'm looking at exactly the same spot, and it's
Yeah.
now like it's just daytime. It's like day, and
Wow.
um, and it was like 10 a.m. It was morning, but like I know I didn't sleep
Okay. Were
because
you
I
like
hadn't moved.
tired?
Huh?
Were you tired throughout the
No,
day?
I wasn't. But like, I hadn't moved this like a centimeter. I like my eyes closed, and I was thinking like, oh, look, it's like look how dark it is. And as I my eyes opened, like just like a blink, as they opened, it was just daytime again. And I
That's
was looking at
creepy.
like, cause like my eyes didn't move. Like I was looking at the same spot, everything.
That's pretty freaky. I'm not gonna lie.
But like, I was just like, what the hell? What just happened? I was like, Mum, is it morning? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, no, it's not. She was like, yes, it is. And I was like, no, but I didn't sleep. I just blinked. It was just like nighttime. And she was like, no, it's not. That
Nah,
happened. That I
you
know
were
that happened.
abducted.
But that's the thing. I don't think like I wasn't like scared. I was just like, what just happened?
Well, yeah, you would be, but I guess like you would be when you're younger. You'd just be like, what? Whereas when you're older, you kind of have that knowledge or your mind's at a point where it can think itself into the worst situation.
Exactly. Like, and also like there's less. Like if that happened now, it'd be like, well, I know it was this time because I looked at my phone, or you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
there'd be more proof of it. Whereas this was just like, as confident as I am, I don't know for sure that actually happened. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, what I said. You said I remind you of something.
Oh, I have another scary dream I had.
Okay, go on then.
It was I was in my house and it was like nighttime. And I
Yeah,
remember like hearing something super creepy.
yeah,
And so I go out my room and it's like all black and everything. And I look outside in my back garden and it's been snowing. And
yeah.
then like we have the street lights and everything. And then like the snowman we built wasn't there anymore.
Damn. Okay.
And then I remember going back to my room and it being out on the like because my kitchen has its own roof, like out the front,
Yeah.
and then the rest of the house has a taller roof. The kitchen roof is literally outside my window, so I could stand on the roof like if I just climbed out my window.
Okay.
It was on there, like kind of leaning into the wind, like not into the window, but into the frame of the window from one side. And dude, oh, it freaked me out.
Dude, what the hell?
Yeah, that was creepy.
So what was it then?
It
How
was a
like what was
dream.
the answer? Huh?
It was like I woke up.
Oh, it was a dream.
Yeah, no, nothing actually. No, this was
Bro, I thought
real.
this was real. I
Imagine
forgot
if
you said
this
about
was
it being a
real.
dream. I know you said that, but I forgot about the dream part. So I thought this
Oh,
actually happened then.
imagine this actually happened. Dude,
I
I'd
was like,
never
what
look
the
at this
hell?
house again. I'd be like, nah, go away.
I thought you were gonna say that you saw it in the window and
Yeah,
then like you went to get someone and then it was gone or whatever. I thought that's what you were gonna say.
that could be a good idea for like kind of a short, scary movie, you know? So they build a snowman and then you make it seem really menacing, like the little kid's super freaked out by it.
Hmm.
And then when he wakes up in the middle of the night, looks outside, snowman's there.
Dude,
Goes
that would be terrifying.
goes to the bathroom, looks outside, it's gone. Goes to like his room, it's outside the window. Or like
Yo, that
maybe
would be
it's like a
terrifying,
scratch
bro.
on the window and it's like the stick arm, but you think it's the wind blowing it against the window, like making the scratching sound. And then
Bro,
goes,
I wouldn't be able to watch that.
yeah, goes tells his parents, they come in, nothing's outside. There might be like maybe a spot, a circle in the snow where you can see something was, and
Mm.
then like oh no, you wouldn't see that at first, and then they'd be like, nothing's there. Kid goes out to the back window, Snowman's back where it was, and then you cut back to the kid getting into bed, shot from outside the window, pan down, and there's that circle in the snow where like it was.
Dude, that would terrify me.
That,
Or
that
like, I'm
sounds
thinking like, yeah, like the kid could be led in bed, and then you could hear like, like actual branches on the window,
yeah,
and then later on it could be like that you could use that as it's now the snowman.
yeah.
And then he goes to the bathroom. On the way there, like he notices like the floor's a bit damp,
Oh no.
and then he goes to the toilet. He looks over, sees the window. The snowman's not there anymore.
Yeah,
Dude, that would be scary.
that would be, I like that's freaking me out.
It's freaking me out. We're making it up.
I love it. I love it. Mate, we should have done Krampus. We would have done such a better job.
No,
Uh,
that'd be good. We should do that. We should do that.
hell yeah.
Next
Carry on.
Christmas. Okay, I wrap it up. I wrap it up with like another story I've heard
Okay.
to kind of give you like even if something sounds really fake, like it could just be real.
Okay.
This was something I saw in another podcast. A podcast similar to this one actually, which
Yeah.
like I watched ages ago, and it's one of like something that happened to one of the people on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But like when you hear it, you'll be really creeped out, and then you'll see. So basically, the guy was in a shower.
Yeah.
Right. His stepdad and his mum gone to work. He's seen him go to work. They had to be about like 9 or whatever. So they go. He gets in the shower. He's singing. He's chilling. He hears a bit of a noise, right?
Oh
Like
no. Yeah.
outside the bathroom. So he's like, "Oh, that's a bit awkward." But I know no one's in. So he finishes the shower. He opens the door to like after he dried himself. Opens the door, and in front of the door is like they had like a little sculpture in the house.
Okay.
Like they had a couple of them, and this sculpture was now like in front of the door.
Yeah.
He's opened it and it's there in front of the like where he would now walk.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like a big thing. It was only like about a foot or two tall, but it was still like it shouldn't be there.
Okay.
He then like he's a bit confused and like, okay, that's a bit weird. Like maybe the cat somehow moved it. He walks downstairs, and in front of the kitchen door is also like that someone's also moved like something in the way of the door.
Yeah.
So he's now like really freaked out. He's like, okay, someone's in the house. He knows his stepdad and his mum's gone to work. So he goes into the kitchen, he grabs a knife, like, okay, someone might be in the house. So he
Yeah.
rings up his mum, he's like, Mum, like, what's happened? Like something's happened. And she's like, No, no, I've not been there, me and Dan's gone to work, blah blah blah. So, like he's really freaked out right now.
Yeah.
Have you got any guesses what it could be?
So the statues have moved.
They've been placed in front of the door. Like
In
in
front
multiple doors.
the okay. Is there an answer?
I know, yeah, there's an answer.
Carbon monoxide.
No.
Okay.
Good backup, guys. Though. Good backup.
Carry on.
The answer is something a lot more simple, and you'll be like, "Oh, that's so obvious, actually." But like, because right now you're probably thinking like, "Oh, it's a bit creepy. It's a bit like, this
Yeah.
stuff to be spooked." So basically, long story short, he gets another phone call from his mum a couple minutes later, and she's like,
Yeah.
"Hey, I just called the stepdad. It was him," and he's like, "What?" Like he went out to work, and apparently, the stepdad realized he forgot his lunch, so went back to the house.
Did he do it to freak him out on purpose?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Grabbed his lunch and then he was like, "Oh, he's in the shower. You know, what'd be really funny. I'll just move this in front of the door." And then he just went to work, and then like 20 minutes later he finishes his shower, and then obviously, yeah,
Dude, that's funny.
it is funny. No, it is really funny, but it's just funny. It makes you think like, damn, maybe some of the ones from earlier actually had more of a easy answer.
Like a joke.
Yeah, or just like something like really easy. Because like when you hear that story, because obviously I heard it in the podcast, and I was thinking like, what the hell? And when you hear
Yeah.
that bit, you're like, damn, okay, that's kind of funny.
Turns out the youngest kid knocked out all his family, got him changed into pajamas.
Yes. With that one though, it could have just been maybe with like the wine when they brought it, there was like something wrong with it. It was like spiked or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, No, this was a good podcast. It was a good podcast.
This was good. It definitely freaked me out, even though it ain't Halloween no more.
Dude, think about it. When you think about it later, it's gonna get you.
I know it is, and I hate you.
But no, this was fun. It was fun to It went really quickly.
Yeah, I feel like because we spoke about dreams in this one,
Yeah.
or like bad dreams, or like scary dreams and stuff like that. I think our next one could be about dreams in general.
Oh, for sure. I would love. Yeah, we can definitely do that.
Like me, because I had a question, and I'll leave you with this question for next time.
Okay.
What's the earliest dream you can remember?
Good
Don't answer it now.
Good question.
But
Okay. Okay.
next time, I want
Next
to hear
time.
it.
Yeah, next time we'll talk about that then, because next time we'll
'Cause,
also
like,
do a Christmassy one, so we'll do that as well.
yes, okay.
So next podcast can be good. That's a good one.
Wait, I got it. I know.
Yeah.
I've solved the mystery of these people who fall asleep and wake up.
Yeah.
They did a Christmas Carol.
A Christmas Carol.
You know how like a Christmas Carol's like? Hold on. Uh,
I'll talk about it. It's gone. I don't. You can probably still hear me. But yeah. So the next podcast is gonna be a nice Christmassy one, little Christmassy one. We have a few exciting Christmassy reactions on the way. And also, you know, what, I'll plug the next one. We've also reacted to American History X, which Elliot really loved as well. So definitely check that out because that was a really funny reaction. Yeah, let us know if you have any comments. Oh, here we go. He's back. Hello.
okay, so no, I was saying how like you know how Scrooge he does a Christmas Carol where he's like asleep and then he wakes up in his bed and it's like Christmas.
Yes.
That's what they did. That's what it was.
It could be. You know, that could be it. You know. But yeah. No, I enjoyed this. It was a good one. This felt good.
That was a good one.
Yeah, and yeah, the Christmas podcast should be pretty good as well.
Yeah, I'm hyped. Christmas reaction as well.
Yeah, we got some Christmas reactions. Elliot, give a little teaser for the American History X reaction.
Oh, is that not up yet?
No, it's coming out next.
Shocking.
Shocking.
I don't know because you sent me that video of the director who was like, "Oh, but I didn't want to glorify the character or glorify the life."
Yeah.
And I say in that it shows that we disagree.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And like, but the thing is, I think in that you in it coming up, you can tell that we don't side with him as a character in the at first.
Exactly. You really see like the change.
Yeah.
100%.
So I don't know. It was an interesting one to watch.
It
was.
It was. No,
Like I
it was
good
good.
again.
Yeah, it was good. No, it was a good movie. It was a very good movie.
Mm.
But yeah, so yeah, we got some exciting stuff coming up.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Oh, and also we got a while before, but in preparation for the last podcast of the year, the Christmassy one.
Yeah.
Have a think of like the movies you're looking forward to next year, and also the movies you like this year.
Okay.
Not that we have a lot of choice on this year, but just have a little consideration.
Okay. I already got some. I'll give you a little tease of something I've already got to talk about.
Okay.
Amber Heard and Johnny Depp.
Yes, we do need to talk about
Snowman
that.
2.
Yeah, we will talk about that next.
We'll talk about it briefly when we talk about the films coming out next year. I think
Yeah.
Aquaman 2 is coming out. Yeah. So
Yeah, for sure we will.
we'll talk about that.
Perfect, dude. Next one's gonna be a spicy one. I feel like
It is.
we have some spicy stuff. Okay, I guess that's been it. Have you got anything you want to add?
No, I've said.
Good. Me neither. I hope everyone's enjoyed the video.
No one's freaked out.
Yeah, imagine. Yeah, do you think it's scary for the people listening?
I don't know. Maybe.
If they're listening to us at night, then maybe.
That's what I mean. Like, I get creeped out listening to people's like videos on YouTube explaining it. So
Yeah, dude. If we did this podcast like in a couple of hours, I don't think we'd be able to. Because if we did it at night, it would be too much, I think. But yeah, thank you for watching, everybody. I have been James.
I've been Elliot.
And this has been the Post Credits Podcast, the trilogy.
Well,